Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium.
But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it.
He'll find his man on the comeback lane, complete. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Stroud working out of the gun.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Stroud.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. Fourth down. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Hey, South. Why, Tony.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Complete to
Zay Flowers, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They begin with a run by Nixon. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with another touchdown of their own. Right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's headed, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Watch to the right. 18. That's right.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
18. What's up?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. And the Vikings at 500 at 6-6. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
To the air with McCarthy. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
79 Broncos. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Set. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Roll it. Come on, boys. Take off.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Look high. On the quick, right? 19, south.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Tony.
He'll try to run this one in. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Touchdown! Bucky Irving taking it in. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out, and he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there and have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
60 Bison. Go.
Throwing is McCarthy. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's McCarthy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And Stroud now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Campbell.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good. For a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves him at 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
That is caught. And he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Here we go.
Stroud out of the gun here. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Barnes. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw McCarthy. A quick hitter complete. It's Barnes. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
On the jump.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holloway. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Mixon. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Oh, 18. What's that?
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. A run up the middle with Irving. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We're giving enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up 1st downs.
Stroud working out of the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Stroud looking to change the play. On 3rd down, they go with Irving. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Washington. From a yard out. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Commanders 28, Vikings 24.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Vikings have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. After a right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
110 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they'll shift things around. Abanikanda will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Man, the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30s. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. McCarthy is set to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
19 tight.
McCarthy going to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
49-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches and they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Stroud off the play fake.
And he's got his big tight end here.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Irvin.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
All right. 18.
They'll run again.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Commanders will add to their fourth quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
I mean, yeah, but worst case scenario, the only thing you do is tie. So.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Take over.
back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
I like what they did there. Still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
At the 43-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Holloway. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. All three timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
18 Cardinal. Go.
Back to throw. It fights him off.
He's not in front of the line right there?
It's complete.
Well, they got the yardage in.
He wasn't in front of that line?
First down, got out of bounds.
Wow.
The urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Ready up.
Here's 1st and 10.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Set. Go.
Throwing is McCarthy. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Ready. 19 18. Ready.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and goal.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's McCarthy. He's got it. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Check go.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Line up for the two-point conversion.
19 tight. 19 tight. Huh. Huh, huh.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And they'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Like, what do I do right there? Like perfect hold.
First down.
Mustang 19. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Two timeouts still available. Keep that in mind. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, the clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, hey. Foul. Tony. Buggy.
Here's Stroud. Going up top. It's incomplete.
It didn't let me jump. Hey, he fucking clicked off. Oh, I had it.
The game no longer is
Oh,
an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick
So
off.
the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
2nd and 6.
First throw of overtime, Stroud. And he will find his man on the outside. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 15.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. Got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Stroud now on 4th down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense. As they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, but it won't let me challenge. It looked like it was the first, but I mean, guess not.
I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Mixon running wide side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped?
It looked like he got in front of the line, but I guess he came back to the ball. It looked like he was in front initially.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's what's stinking so far. That's the game. In field goal range.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down.
Crazy. I knew that's where he was going, but it made me run into my player. GG's.
5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on 1st down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Look at this. No, I can't make my losses up. You see the shit I'm losing to? He's getting hit. He's mid. He's getting hit. And
In the spot as you just described. We're in OT. You've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
Yo, he was in front of the line. He just, I guess when he came back to the ball, like, I don't know.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. You know, the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
He was getting hit. He was getting hit. Hardy was getting hit. Held the ball. He was getting smacked and then I dropped the ball.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see
Field goal block out there. I can still go block out there. I gotta help him out.
And tackled him for a loss.
So it was
That's why when he came out on that, that's when I'm like, fuck it, that's why I ran off
Wonder
sides.
how they did
At
it.
least
Or if they
try
twitched
to
a little
block
bit
it.
up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Shut up. 70 Lions. Go.
And McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I'm only chuckling because I remember one of my coaches talking about, yeah, well, if you need 2, you better get 2. If you only get 1, that's not a successful play, and that's what they got.
Yeah, trying to sneak for 2. We know that can be tough. It showed tough there. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Boom. Everybody was wild.